We're looking at les verbes réfléchis. These special verbs are very similar to regular verbs, except that they have a little pronoun in front of the verb. This is what will make it reflexive. This is what will distinguish it from a different or a regular verb. So here are a couple of examples. I have laver. There's no pronoun in front of it, so this is just a regular verb, not reflexive, and it means to wash. Je lave mon chien. I wash my dog. This is pas réfléchi. It's not reflexive. But if I have the little se in front of it, this little pronoun, so nothing else changes. The verb is still laver, but now I have the little pronoun se in front of it. It means specifically to wash oneself. So when I say je me lave, and I'll explain why it says me a little bit further in the note, it means I wash myself. If I were to say you are washing up, you're washing yourself, it will be tu te laves. Okay, more about that later on. Let's look at another example. Brosser. Just a regular verb, nothing in front of it, means to brush. Je brosse les cheveux de ma fille. I brush my daughter's hair. Ça, ce n'est pas réfléchi. It is not reflexive. But now when I have the little se in front of it, se brosser, it means more specifically to brush one's hair. So in this case, I've used the example with tu. Tu te brosses les cheveux. You brush your hair. So there's my little ending, es, which goes with to for er verbs. It's still conjugated the exact same way. Okay? Tu te brosses les cheveux. So even if I did not have that te there, I would still have this conjugation. So here I do say, notice that the verbs continue to be conjugated as usual. I already pointed that out. The only difference is that there is a reflexive pronoun in front of it. These are your only possibilities for reflexive pronouns. Me, te, se, nous, vous, and ce. Let's see where they are used. So here I've conjugated se laver, the same verb that we used up here in one of the examples. So I have je me lave, tu te laves, il, elle, on, qui, Marie, Luc, l'enfant, le garçon, la fille, anything singular will be se lave. So yes, it is the same pronoun that we saw in the original reflexive verb, the infinitive. Okay, l'infinitif, not conjugated. Then we have nous lavons, vous lavez, and then il, elle, les enfants, Luc et Jean, les professeurs, monsieur et madame, anything that's plural, se lave. So I'm just going to repeat that. Se laver, these reflexive verbs, always have a little se in front of them when we're dealing with the unconjugated verb. And we're just talking about what specific verb we are looking for. In this case, to wash oneself, you have the se. You will also have it for the singular form, il and elle, and the plural form, il and elle. The other ones have their own special form. Je me, tu te, nous. I know it sounds kind of funny. Vous. Okay, nous lavons, vous lavez. This is what you need to use for these verbs. Okay, and here are just a little recap on the side of er endings, because the vast majority of these verbs are er verbs, nice and regular. These are your endings. You take off the er and you add these endings. Okay, so here is a list of very common reflexive verbs. There are more, and they're not all er verbs, but I tried to give you only er verbs. Okay, in this first week of doing reflexive verbs. So we have se doucher, to shower. I've given you what it means in English. Se fâcher, to get angry. Se réveiller, to wake up, etc. You go through these, take a look at them. And I just gave you another example here. So if I wanted to use se brosser, okay, to brush, je me brosse les cheveux. I could have also said je me brosse les dents. I brush my teeth. Okay, they belong to me. It's my hair, my teeth, so I need to use these reflexive verbs. Conjugated just like normal. There's my little e ending for je, but I need the me. Je me brosse les cheveux, je me brosse les dents. Finally, I have conjugated two more verbs for you. As you can see it towards the very end, I kind of grouped them together. These are We have slightly irregular with the one little star here, the asterisk, and very irregular, this final one. So these three have something in common. Se sécher, to dry oneself. You can either dry your hair or you're drying off in the sun after a swim. This will be the verb se sécher. Se promener, to go for a walk. Je me promène. Okay. Se lever, to get up. You've probably heard me saying in class, levez-vous. It's this verb here, se lever. And it's conjugated right here. Why it's slightly irregular is, see, it's irregular in its endings. All the endings are just like normal ER verb, but we gain an accent where we did not have one. The original verb, se lever, does not have it. But we gain it for the je, tu, il, and elle singulier, and the il and elle pluriel. Only those ones, not for the nu and vous. And notice the way the accent goes. It's accent grave, not aigu. Okay? And so the same thing will happen even for this one. Se sécher already has an accent. It will go the other way. It will go the way it is here in this verb. Okay, so I only conjugated the one, but these are all conjugated the same way, including se promener. You will have a little accent on this E when you are conjugating it for these singular forms right here and just the final plural form. S'endormir, on the other hand, is just completely irregular. It is not an IR verb either. It is just an irregular verb. It's je m'endors, tu t'endors, il s'endort, nous nous endormons, vous vous endormez, il et elle pluriel s'endorment.